Namaste everyone. I'm going to do a video today about acupuncture and astrology and how to combine both so you could learn acupuncture a little quicker with astrological terms. And that's how I find it very easy to associate the 12 meridians with the 12 signs of Western astrology. Now, each meridian has a characteristic similar to the one in Western astrology. If you really pay attention, this pattern happens everywhere in nature. Now, when we are going to study acupuncture, we first have to look at the 12 hours of the day. Every 2 hours is governed by an organ in the body. And what it means is that in that hour that is governed by a certain organ, let's say for the heart, let's say at 12 o'clock it's the heart, at 12 p.m. it's the heart. That's when the heart is the strongest, okay? And that's when if you have a pain or if you're weak, it's signaling you, okay, at 12 p.m. that it's a heart problem. Same with the kidneys. If you are having pain in the kidneys, okay, around 6 p.m. kidney time, it means that something's wrong with your kidney, okay, because your kidney is the strongest there, and what it's doing is trying to apply strength to something, and it's malfunctioning. Okay, and that's how it works. So I'm going to go briefly over the times so you could get familiar with it. Now, from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. this is Aries time. If you're coughing at this time, it means that something's wrong with your lungs because this is the time of the lungs. Now, unlike Western astrology where Aries rules the head and it rules accidents, because Aries is, the fire sign, and unlike the Western clock, which Aries rules around dawn when the sun's going up and everything's growing up, and that's, the symbol of Aries. For acupuncture, Aries time is from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. and it rules the lungs, okay? The lungs are trying to rebuild themselves for the next day. 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. is Taurus time. This is the large intestine time. This is a time where you wake up at 5, drink a very large bottle of water to hydrate yourself because you've been so many hours without water or anything, sleeping, so you have to drink this, okay? And that's the time that the monks wake up to drink a water and pray, and also to remove their bowels. Large intestine is so strong now that it's cleansing itself, okay? So it's a great time to go to the bathroom. Now, from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. it's breakfast time, okay? And it's Gemini time because Gemini rules the stomach in acupuncture, okay? Gemini has to do with receiving all the elements, and it has to do with multiplicity from the stomach and then distributing it to the whole body. Okay, now from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. it's Cancer time. Okay, it's the time of the spleen. This is where you have to be the most active because the spleen is so strong now that you have a lot of energy. And if you don't have a lot of energy at this time, maybe something's wrong with your spleen. Now at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. it's Leo time. And Leo is the center of the zodiac, okay? And like I said at the beginning of this video, if you have like heart pain or if you have palpitations or if you're weak, maybe something's wrong with your heart. Maybe you should get that checked out because the sun is at the highest. It's 12 o'clock. It's the heart. This is a good time to eat lunch and converse with friends, okay? Have heart-to-heart warm conversations and laughter. This activates the heart chakra. Now from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. it's time to get organized with small intestine. Rules Virgo. Virgo has to do with small things, okay, in detail. And that's the small intestine. By this time you have to organize yourself. And that's what it is. That's what the small intestines do. They organize things, okay? They organize the food in your body. Now by 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. we have Libra. What did you do during the whole day? We have the bladder. It rules the bladder meridian. It's the time when the bladder is the strongest. Now by 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. we have the kidneys, and the kidneys are ruled by Scorpio. So this is a good time to have some intimacy going on, because especially for men, because you'll be able to recharge, okay, for the next day. Unlike if you do it at the nighttime, then you're not going to be able to recharge the whole night, okay? I know it doesn't always happen that way, but in Tao it's the best time, okay? By 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. it's ruled by Sagittarius. It's ruled by the pericardium. And what is Sagittarius? Sagittarius is like a firecracker. You light something up and it just goes boom in many directions. Just like Gemini, but it's more of a fire element. And the pericardium has to do with the cardio and the pulse of the body, okay, how it runs all over your body. And at 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. we have the thyroid and the adrenals, ruled by Capricorn. And that's why Capricorn has problems sometimes with the thyroid. This is the time when you should be going to sleep. at 9 to recharge the adrenal, so you don't get adrenal fatigue and you don't get chronic fatigue syndrome. And that's how you cure chronic fatigue syndrome. You try to go to sleep at 9. Now from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. it's Aquarius time, it's gallbladder time. Now I know that in Western astrology Aquarius has to do with the ankles, okay, and careful with the ankles, but in acupuncture Aquarius rules the gallbladder, okay, and I'll get into that in other videos. But first let me just introduce the 12 hours. Now Pisces rules from 1 a.m. to 3 p.m. and it rules the liver. And what is Pisces? Pisces has to do with blood and iron, and the governor of blood is the liver, okay, so that one should be very easy. I know that in Western astrology Pisces rules around 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. but in acupuncture it's from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. So you have to make sure that you stay still when you're sleeping and not shuffle around, so you could actually get that liver strong. And if you wake up at this time, it may signify that your liver's not that strong. So if you enjoyed this brief video of the 12 hours of the day in acupuncture associated with Western astrology, please like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. Namaste.